Ellie, hello. I'm at the restaurant. Do you want me to order for both of us? You can order, but make sure to go easy on the bills. Oh, come on, stop being so stiff.
Good evening. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the lobster and the filet mignon. Please, and don't forget the truffle fries on the side. Olivia, that's quite an expensive choice. Are you sure about this? Well, Ellie, you've got a fortune now, right? It's the least you can do for your dear sister. Olivia, I work hard for my money, just like you should. It's not fair for you to expect me to foot the bill every time we go out. We should split it equally. Seriously, Ellie, we're family. You're supposed to take care of me. It's your duty. Duty? What about your duty to be responsible and contribute to your own expenses? Well, if you can't handle it, maybe you should just stop coming out with me. You're such a buzzkill, always worrying about money. It's not about being a buzzkill, Olivia. It's about being responsible and treating each other fairly. You're such a selfish wretch, Ellie. I can't believe you're being like this. Maybe it's time for you to take a hard look at your own actions and start taking responsibility for your own life. I won't be a constant source of financial support while you refuse to contribute anything. You know what? I'm not here to listen to your lectures. You're coming to pay for me. End of story. Well, too bad. I cannot come. What do you mean? I'm abroad already. I'm not even in the country. You're on your own. Wait, what? Are you seriously doing this to me? Yes, I am. It's time you learn your lesson. Goodbye now. My name is Ellie, and I was a 47-year-old woman living in a small town. Life hadn't been easy for me since my husband passed away when we were young, leaving me the sole caregiver for our family. My husband and I had two small kids who were both really smart and adorable. Providing and taking care of them was a tough responsibility to bear, but I did my best to make ends meet and provide for our little household. Living in the same town was my mother in law, Sarah. She had her own place nearby, along with her daughter, Olivia. Sarah had always had a soft spot for Olivia, my sister in law. It was evident in the way she showered Olivia with extravagant gifts and financial support. Even during times when I struggled to make ends meet with my part time jobs, Olivia never seemed to face the same hardships. I often found myself in challenging position. While I loved my family dearly and cherished the bonds I shared with Sarah, it was disheartening to see the stark difference in treatment between Olivia and me. As a single mother, I worked tirelessly to provide for my children, always striving to make their lives better. Yet Olivia seemed to have everything handed to her on a silver platter without having to lift a finger. At times, I couldn't help but feel a sense of resentment and frustration building within me. It was hard not to compare our situations and wonder why I had to struggle while Olivia enjoyed a life of comfort. Of course, I didn't want to compare myself to Olivia, but it was my children that I was more concerned about. I just wished I could have given them more. If I had had more support from my husband's family. Despite the struggles, I knew that Sarah's love for me and her grandchildren was genuine. I held on to the memories of the moments we shared, the laughter and the heartfelt conversations that helped forge a strong bond between us. So I continued to work hard not only to provide for my family but also to set an example for my children. I strive to teach them the value of resilience, perseverance, and the importance of cherishing family. As time passed, I started to make more and more decent money with my blooming career. Soon, I started making enough for a comfortable life and had some to spare to save up. I started investing too, hoping to secure a better future for my kids. Olivia, on the other hand, continued to exploit my mother in law's generosity. She shamelessly spent the money Sarah had set aside for her own well being. Her lack of responsibility and selfishness were blatant, and it seemed that no matter how much I tried to reason with her, she remained oblivious to the impact of her actions on our family. It was not the first time when Olivia acted irresponsibly. In the past, Olivia went as far as dropping out of college and spending her days in parties, clubs, and bars. When Olivia stepped into her 30s, I urged her to find stability and focus on securing a stable job. Yet my words fell on deaf ears. She drifted from one fleeting opportunity to another, never showing any interest in long term prospects. I watched Olivia reach her 40s without any career achievements on the horizon. She was setting herself up for a miserable life, but I couldn't do anything to make her reevaluate her own decisions. One day, a surprising announcement shocked our family. Olivia revealed that she was pregnant and had made the decision to move back home with her boyfriend Jason. As unexpected as the news was, it carried a mix of emotions for all of us. We were happy for them, but we were deeply concerned. How was Olivia going to be responsible for her little ones if she couldn't even take care of herself? I really hoped that being pregnant would somehow turn her into a better person, but I was completely wrong. Not much had changed about Olivia. It soon became apparent that Olivia and Jason's financial situation was dire. Jason's job alone couldn't provide the necessary support for their growing family. Desperate to help them, my mother in law emptied her savings to lend them a hand. It was an act of unconditional love, but it left her in a terrible position now. How's she going to fund her retirement now? Witnessing Sarah's action and knowing the strain it put on her, I couldn't stand by. I tapped into my savings and made the decision to use the money to assist Sarah and provide her with some comfort during this challenging time. I knew that material possessions wouldn't solve all the problems, but I hoped that they would serve as a source of comfort at the very least. While it wasn't easy for me to part with my savings, I recognized the significance of supporting my family during their time of need. It wasn't just about the monetary aspect, it was about offering emotional support and being there for them in the best way I could. I wanted Sarah to know that she wasn't alone and that we would face the obstacles together as a family. Just when the weight of our financial struggles felt unbearable, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. Some of my decisions in the stock market had yielded positive results, and I could actually consider moving to a different country. My kids had always wanted to travel more. They had very adventurous spirits just like their parents. Plus, my career prospects would be greatly improved, and our lives would be much more exciting. It was a realization that filled me with a mix of relief and gratitude. However, amidst the anticipation and joy, I remained mindful of my mother in law. I understood that despite my newfound financial security, she still needed assistance. I made a conscious choice to continue sending a portion of my earnings to her on a monthly basis. Not long after, everything began to crumble. I discovered that Olivia had abruptly quit her job. After an argument with her manager, her decision worsened the financial strain we had worked so hard to overcome. To my dismay, Olivia saw my improved financial situation as an opportunity to shift the burden of supporting her family onto my shoulders. She expected me to foot the bill for their expenses. They would invite me out for dinners, ordering the most expensive items on the menu, fully expecting me to cover the bills. The tension between us escalated, and our arguments reached an all-time high. I thought it was just Olivia and Jason who were being nonsensical, but to my dismay, Sarah finally showed her true colors. After my argument with Olivia, I received a phone call from Sarah. Emily, it's Sarah. We need to talk. Oh, hi Sarah. What's going on? I am really disappointed in you, Emily. I can't believe you're not supporting Olivia financially when you're so well off now. Sarah, it's not that simple. I've been helping both you and Olivia for years, and it's taking a toll on me. I need to prioritize my own financial stability too, but you have more than enough now. Olivia is struggling and she's family. We should support each other. I understand that Olivia is going through a tough time, but she's made a series of reckless decisions, quitting jobs and expecting me to foot the bill. It's not fair to burden me with her financial responsibilities. She's your sister in law, Emily. She's family. You can't just turn your back on her when she needs help. I've been supporting Olivia for years, but it's become one sided. I can't continue enabling her reckless behavior. You have no idea what she's going through. You're living a comfortable life now, and yet you refuse to extend a helping hand to your own family? I thought you were better than this. Sarah, I have done everything I can to support both you and Olivia, but it's reached a point where it's affecting my own well being. I can't keep sacrificing my own happiness and financial stability for someone who doesn't show any responsibility or gratitude. Well, maybe it's time for you to think about what family truly means, Emily. We have always been there for you, and now you're turning your back on us. That's not fair, Sarah. I have always appreciated your support, but I need to take care of myself and my own future. I can't believe you're being so selfish. Your late husband would be disappointed in you. Don't bring him into this, Sarah. I loved him, and I know he would have wanted me to prioritize my own well being. Fine, do whatever you want, but remember, family is supposed to be there for each other. True, but support goes both ways. I hope you can respect my decision and understand that it's not an easy one for me to make. Feeling trapped and suffocated within this toxic dynamic, I couldn't help but contemplate severing the financial support I had been providing Sarah. I began planning my escape, contemplating a move overseas where I could find solace and rebuild my life on my own terms. It was a difficult decision, but I knew that I deserved peace and the opportunity to pursue my own aspirations. In the midst of the chaos, I sought solace in the memories of my late husband. I recalled his love, the strength of our bond, and the value we held dear. I found the courage to take charge of my own destiny, to break free from a toxic environment. I refused to talk to both Olivia and Sarah, making it clear that I didn't deserve that type of treatment. A month after they went no contact with me, Olivia invited me to dinner again, saying that she's sorry. Something in her tone told me that she was just lying, so I came up with a plan. At that point, I had already planned out my move and made arrangements that worked for my kids too. Everything was ready for me to live the life I wanted. So I played along with Olivia's apology, allowing her to show up first and order everything she desired. It was a test of her sincerity. That day, Olivia eagerly awaited my arrival at the restaurant before finally giving me a call. Ellie, hello? I'm at the restaurant. Do you want me to order for both of us? You can order, but make sure to go easy on the bills. Oh, come on, stop being so stiff.
Good evening. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the lobster and the filet mignon, please, and don't forget the truffle fries on the side. Olivia, that's quite an expensive choice. Are you sure about this? Well, Ellie, you've got a fortune now, right? It's the least you can do for your dear sister. Olivia, I work hard for my money just like you should. It's not fair for you to expect me to foot the bill every time we go out. We should split it equally. Seriously, Ellie? We're family. You're supposed to take care of me. It's your duty. Duty? What about your duty to be responsible and contribute to your own expenses? Well, If you can't handle it, maybe you should just stop coming out with me. You're such a buzzkill, always worrying about money. It's not about being a buzzkill, Olivia. It's about being responsible and treating each other fairly. You're such a selfish wrench, Ellie. I can't believe you're being like this. Maybe it's time for you to take a hard look at your own actions and start taking responsibility for your own life. I won't be a constant source of financial support while you refuse to contribute anything. You know what? I'm not here to listen to your lectures. You're coming to pay for me. End of story. Well, too bad. I cannot come. What do you mean? I'm abroad already. I'm not even in the country. You're on your own. Wait, what? Are you seriously doing this to me? Yes, I am. It's time you learn your lesson. Goodbye now. It was time to sever the ties that bound me to their irresponsible and manipulative ways. I made the difficult choice to cut off Olivia and Sarah's financial lifeline. Months passed and I heard whispers of Olivia's return to the workforce shortly after giving birth to her child. It seemed that the reality of her situation had finally caught up with her. Meanwhile, Sarah, left without the support she had grown accustomed to, was forced to move in with Olivia and Jason in an attempt to save on bills. They seemed to be struggling in keeping it together, but they never apologized to me. Behind my back, they still thought that I was a selfish wrench, but I didn't care anymore. They were the ones who would be miserable for the rest of their lives because they couldn't even take responsibility for their own actions. It was a bittersweet realization that I had done everything within my power to change the course of their lives, but ultimately it was up to them to decide what they wanted to appreciate and push away. I embraced my newfound freedom and focused on living my best life. My kids fortunately got along so well with the international friends in their new school. Our lives were just beginning, and I was more than excited to experience what's more to come. And I was so proud that I had chosen my own well being and peace of my own little family over their never ending demands. And in doing so, I had finally found the freedom to live life on my own terms.